maybe people want to go to Japan and to see the land of the rising sun and eat sushi all day. Or maybe take a safari to Africa and a country like Botswana. I've actually been there myself. It's actually really nice. I know many of us already know what it's like to be in a desert. What if I told you you can experience the whole world without going too far east nor too far west? In fact, this country that I'm talking about is in the middle of the world. This country is called Ecuador. Slide. Oh, it's already there. Today I want to talk about the beautiful country of Ecuador and why you should make it the top of your bucket list of countries you would want to visit compared to other countries. My name is Mora, and I've been a travel agent for Ecuador Travels for the past 10 years. And I want to invite you to come to Ecuador so you can experience the aesthetic destinations, the delicious foods, and inexpensive travels. Slide please. It is no joke when I say Ecuador is in the middle of the world. In fact, there is an exact line where the equator is located. Slide please. According to an article from Ecuador.com published in 2021, a French geodesic expedition team that was led by an explorer named Charles Marie de la Combe de Maille in the year 1736 located the equatorial line and built a monument that is 90 feet tall. This monument is explored by everybody in the world that comes to Ecuador. It's usually the first place you go to when you want to visit Ecuador. Slide please. Aside from touristy attractions, there are great classic and modern architectures that Quito has to offer. Slide please. Nightlife is abundant in Quito. According to an article by Hotel Equitreasures in 2024, La Mariscal District, Foch Square, is undoubtedly the epicenter of nightlife in Quito, popularly known as La Zona. It is a vibrant cosmopolitan area and is the ideal place for those seeking a night full of energy, music, and entertainment. Slide please. Now, are there any Spanish-speaking people here? Does anybody know what that word means in Baños? I'm sure that everybody knows that, even though they don't know Spanish, probably from Spanish 101, but Baños does indeed mean bathrooms. But why is there a city in Ecuador called Bathrooms? The whole name is actually Baños de Agua Santa, or Baths of Sacred Water. According to Pachamama Alliance's article in 2025, the town of Baños is appropriately named for its dozens of waterfalls, hot springs, and surrounding rivers. These bodies of water are known for their high mineral content. One of the best spots of South America that are located at Baños, Ecuador, takes advantage of that to offer you the best soothing experience of your lifetime. Slide please. There you go. This is fine, sorry. Slide please, another slide. Great spots when visiting here is to go to the natural wonder of Balón del Diablo. It is an impressive waterfall that can be seen from the bottom, top, or even behind. Slide please. There's an open cave that one must crawl in order to get behind the waterfall if you dare. If you see in the right side corner of my PowerPoint, you can see me inside the cave. Later on, you can have to crawl in to actually get behind the waterfall. Slide please. Another place would be La Mano de la Pachamama. According to Luna Volcan's article in 2024, it is a recently built work of art dedicated to exalt man and woman, nature, and the productivity of the earth. Slide please. Nightlife in Baños on the weekend is always epic. There are many clubs and bars to visit as well as miradores, or views to see from. Slide please. When I said you can explore the whole world in one country, I meant it. This place is actually well overlooked. It's a small desert, but people like to go here to camp, ride their ATVs, or simply take pictures and imagine that you're in the Middle East. Slide please. Not many people know that the Galapagos Islands is part of Ecuador. This beautiful island is a highly desired place to vacation for newlyweds as they like to spend their honeymoon at this place. Here you're able to relax at the beach and hang out with tortoises, iguanas, many types of fishes, and even friendly sea lions. Or maybe go swim with sea turtles and schools of fish. You would definitely have a memorable time here. Slide please. Now, delicious food. After a heavy night of partying, the locals already know what they have to get before getting back home. A bowl of encebollado. They tend to buy this encebollado because it's known to cure hangovers or prevent them. An encebollado is a soup traditionally made of albacore, tuna, and red onions. Some might not find that appetizing, but in 2023, encebollado was voted the second best fish soup in the world. Now, according to Taste Atlas in 2025, the encebollado soup is voted for the top five fish soups in the world. Slide please. A great breakfast that is loved by many is bologna. Bologna is basically just green plantains that have been boiled, smashed up with cheese and pork belly, chicharron, then deep fried, usually served with coffee. Slide please. One of my favorite dishes from Ecuador that I like to make is seco de pollo. It's a chicken stew dish served with rice. The stew itself is usually made with fresh cilantro, green bell pepper, purple onions, orange juice, and even beer. It's a very lengthy process to make this dish, but it's very worth it. Slide please. The great part of Ecuador is that you do not have to convert your money to any currency. In fact, Ecuador uses the U.S. currency. However, they do mix their Ecuadorian coins with the U.S. currency, but they have the same value, at least in Ecuador. Slide please. Traveling around Ecuador is very cheap. The mode of transportation is by bus, taxi, or just walking. Even in the major towns, bus rides can cost as little as 30 cents. If you need a quick A to B route without making stops, then you would take a taxi. Usually the max you would pay to get across town would take up to 30 to 40 minutes depending on traffic. It would be around $5 to $7 US. However, a short 5 to 6 minute ride can cost you a little less, $1.50. Once you get to the destination, usually everywhere that you want to go is usually walkable. Slide please. Staying in hotels or Airbnb can range in prices. Backpack travelers like to use hostels that only cost around $10 a night if you would like to share rooms with each other. You can also find a decent hotel near attractions for about $50 to $80 per night. If you want to live the luxury life in Ecuador, you are maybe looking at anywhere from $100 to $200, which is fairly better than most average hotels in the States. Slide. In conclusion, Ecuador is a beautiful country that many people overlook when planning an overseas trip. People should make Ecuador its first country to visit for its aesthetic destinations, delicious food, and inexpensive travel. If you guys have any questions about traveling to Ecuador, please let me know and I'll be happy